This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Hi, I'm Gearoid.
And I'm Niamh Kavanagh.
And you're listening to Agony Rants.
Someday, Gearoid, I would like you to do all the outtakes from us trying to do our introductions in.
You would imagine having done it 145 times. It should be easier.
It feels more like 700 times we've done the intro.
Yeah, actually, that's a fair point. Yeah, there's been a lot of outtakes.
Mainly because we end up descending into whatever shenanigans. I know.
I would imagine if it was back in the days of, you remember where they had like film on tape?
Yeah.
There'd be like a room just full of our outtakes.
Just of our outtakes. But here's the thing. We spend longer on the intro than we do on the actual problems, I feel sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Because
that is a fair point.
We're very visceral the way we react to problems.
I know, I get so annoyed. Sometimes they really annoy me.
I know.
And sometimes there's times when there's like serious ones and I literally never think about them again. And then there's like small ones and I will literally think about them for days. And then I'll want to like check in. And I have checked in on more than one occasion, and on more than one occasion I've been ignored. I don't know what that says.
Just stuff. So I just wanted to say, right, normally when we start off in September, what we do is we talk about, you know, what we talked about in January, all the things we were going to do in the year. You know that thing?
Oh, yeah.
And we didn't do it this
New
year.
Year's
so
resos.
now, shall we maybe do it at the end of September and see how we're doing? A little life check?
Yeah, we could do a little life check. Yeah. I can't remember really what mine was.
Probably knitting. It's usually
It
some
was
craft.
knitting.
Some craft.
That is, it's the craft of the year.
And I wonder sometimes, you know, I was thinking about you a lot over, you know, the period of the Olympics when Tom Daley was involved, because I feel he might have been part of the inspiration.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's interesting because Tom Daley, he does these like knitting videos, but then there are also videos where you see his abs.
While he's knitting?
Yeah.
I know.
And I'm not sure how necessary that is.
I don't know. Is it very conflicting?
Well, if you're trying to look at a stitch, you don't want to be disturbed by his like...
Are you watching those videos to watch the stitching? Now,
No,
be honest.
I'm not, no.
Nobody is watching those to watch how he knits.
It's interesting. I'm always fascinated by people who have a passion. Like by the B-story passion of very passionate people.
Oh, you mean, obviously his passion is diving, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, and then suddenly there's a new passion.
There's a new thing that he does. I'm always fascinated by that.
Yeah, but it's not that it's not that unusual, because the drive that you need to do to make what you do your main focus, right? You know this, you know, because you do comedy, and you came to it.
Yeah.
You know, you always were funny, but the thing is, you came to it as your career a little bit later, right?
How dare you?
As in, you took your time. You took your time to make that decision. When did you leave your job?
2015.
Okay. So I'm just leaving that there, right? Okay. So the point is, sometimes the drive that makes you want to do that thing, right? That makes you successful at what you do because you understand and recognize that you have to fulfill it, makes you more focused in other areas of your life, because that focus that you learn to do that, you put it in other spaces.
That's like you when you won MasterChef.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was surprised.
That I won?
No, but I didn't realise you were as good a cook.
Well, neither did I.
I thought you...
But I'm competitive.
I'm going to be honest, you don't come across well. Not saying something like that. No, it's not about passion. It's more about smashing other people into the ground.
No, it's not even that. I just
Who
want,
did you beat?
Simon Delaney.
Everyone.
Yeah, well, naturally, I can't name them all.
Yeah. It's the ones that go out early that I just don't remember.
I vaguely recall. No, but the point is, it's not about that. It makes you want to do well in things, and you know how to focus in a certain circumstance. So it's not surprising. And the other thing that's happening is, you see, Tom Daley had retired, and then he came back to diving, right? I would say his partner went, for God's sake, go back to diving.
He
I can't
retired?
cope with you. Yeah, the last Olympics, he kind of said, that's me, right? The one before. And then he came back about a year later. But I'd say that was his partner going, I can't live with you. Would you ever put that energy somewhere else? But yeah, he had. So I think he was putting his energy somewhere else. And actually, the other thing is, knitting has helped him in his focus. So, the fact that he sits at the side knitting, you know, and it's
very meditative.
It is. It's
Yeah.
lovely thing.
The only problem with it is now, you do feel old.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Are you old?
I've had 2 experiences recently on the one day that made me feel really old.
Okay, come on then. I just want to point out the irony that you're talking to me about.
I've had a fall, Niamh.
You had,
I had a fall.
You had a fall?
I had a fall.
Oh, dear.
Getting out of the shower.
No, that's a proper, no, that's not a thing. You're not at
It's
your
proper
age.
old lady territory.
Come on, what
I
did
was
you do?
getting out of the shower, and I don't know why they would do this, but in my parents' house, they have a bath
Was
mat.
it in your parents' house?
It was in their house. They have a cottage in Wexford.
Oh, I was going to say, what are you doing showering in your parents' house? You only visit for a couple of hours.
Well, no, like
what happened?
so the
you
other
were-
morning,
Okay, you were
I was
away.
in Wexford.
Okay.
And I got out of their shower, and their bath mat has a grip on it, right? So it's a tiled floor. And if the floor is dry, it's got this really strong grip, like it never moves. But if the floor is wet, I swear to God, the bath mat becomes like an ice rink. Now, who in the name of God makes a product like that? Like of all of the floors, a bathroom floor is gonna get wet.
Is the bath mat outside the
It's
shower?
outside. It's a furry mat that you put down in the bathroom.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I
But
know.
it's got rubber on the bottom. But if the floor is dry, the rubber like stops the mat from moving like really, really well.
Okay.
But if it's wet, the rubber makes it like skid along the tiles. So I opened the door of the shower. I stepped out onto this, and I came crashing down on my knee.
Oh, on your knee.
On my knee.
On your knee.
It's like my granny. My granny always had a bandage on her knee. Nobody knew why.
Did you feel like James
Sometimes the
Brown?
knee
But now
would
you do.
change.
Now
Sometimes
you
the
know.
knee would change. So I had a big, like, swollen knee, and I hurt my back. And then,
I should not be laughing. I feel your pain.
so I was in pain. I was using Voltarol and heat pads. And then I got a pain in my shoulder blade.
Randomly.
Just a random pain. I was like, what's that
That's
about?
sometimes a sign
What's
of a
that
heart
about?
attack.
Is it?
Yeah. People think it's in the chest, but sometimes it's at the back, yeah.
Is it? Because it's on my heart.
Just saying.
Well, anyway, then somebody said that they thought it might be a repetitive strain injury because I was finishing a jumper I started when I was in Edinburgh. So I've got like, I fell in the shower in a repetitive strain injury from knitting.
Which hand? How,
Niamh,
shoulder?
I
If we're talking
Niamh,
about
I know that
repetitive
face.
strain,
I know you long
you were
enough.
away a long time. You were away a
Oh,
long
yeah.
time. Was
Oh,
it
yeah,
knitting?
yeah.
Was it really knitting?
Yeah, but look at
from
the
the
gums.
repetitive strain.
No, it was like, I've had 2 old lady injuries.
That's old lady stuff.
Very upset.
You're
Anyway.
not old enough for that. You're not.
No,
old enough
I'm
for
not. Thank you. And it took you a while to say that.
that. I know, but I was too busy laughing. I've never fallen in a shower.
Have you now?
No.
Well, I hope it's an experience. I hope it's an experience you have soon, Niamh.
But I have in my mind you falling in the shower, falling out of the shower onto your knee in a James Brown fashion. You know what I mean? Like
I know it
like,
wasn't.
oh my gosh, Dad.
No, it was very much I've had a fall. I went down like a sack of shit.
Well, I'm married to a much older man, right? 67.
Yeah.
He's 67, bless him. And I mean, it was wonderful this year because we got the winter fuel payment. But now we had it for literally 1 year. And now it's Labour have taken it away. But that's a whole other thing.
They took it away.
Well, they're, basically going to means test it. And there's no way we're going to be, we might get something. But we got 500 quid last year.
So they basically were like, old people are too warm. we decided we're going to change that.
Here's the thing. My husband recently started doing chair yoga. You know, the app that kind of, if you start getting those ads, which you might
Has he
know.
is he on a health kick?
He is. He did something funny something happened over the summer that I don't know about because all of a sudden he's decided he's going to be healthy.
No.
And it's freaking me out.
No. Here's the thing,
It is
right?
freaking me out.
In a relationship, if you're going to go on a health kick,
Right.
there needs to be a discussion.
Yeah.
One person can't just decide, I'm going to get fit. That's very unfair.
Are you saying we should do it together?
Yeah.
No. What are you saying to me?
I put it to you this way. if my boyfriend started to get fit and didn't tell me, there'd be an issue.
You think he was cheating?
No, I wouldn't think it was cheating, but I'm just like, if I'm happy being a little bit of a slob, and then someone starts to get fit, I'm just like, oh, that means I have to get fit.
Yeah.
Whereas, if we have a conversation where he goes, I'm going to get fit, and I say, more power to you, off you fuck.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you.
I'll be content.
I'll be honest with you. I don't feel that need when I watch him because half the time he forgets to get the chair.
I just think...
Till halfway through and then he has to run off.
I just think it's such a betrayal.
No, it's not. It's not a betrayal. But I worry that something happened over the summer that he didn't tell me about.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, maybe he's going to die.
Do you think maybe he was riding someone else? He was like, this is exhausting.
I'll be honest with you.
Passion is exhausting.
I'll be honest with you. No. No.
Like, since the end of Edinburgh, I stopped going to the gym. Like, the last week of Edinburgh, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm exhausted. And I was like, well, I'm not going to the gym, so I'll just have 6 Mars bars for breakfast. So I'm now coming out of that where I'm like, Gearoid now, you've been ripping the shit out of it for a couple of weeks.
Playtime's over.
Playtime's over, back in the game. You've had your holiday.
So that's a real January moment, isn't it, when you decide to go back to the gym?
A
gym that you probably paid for.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The whole time you were away
Absolutely,
doing
just
nothing.
in case I need it.
Yeah, okay.
We have no follow-ups. No, we don't have any follow-ups, but we do have reviews.
Oh, I love a review.
So we have reviews.
I'm slightly nervous though.
No, they're all good.
Oh, good. Excellent.
Come for the wisdom of Irish celebs. Well, okay. I mean, there's celebs.
Okay.
Wisdom. Anyway, stay for Boots, the cat chat.
Yeah, well, we do love Boots.
This is on Apple Podcasts from the United States of America, and it's by Icebox5581. I first discovered this podcast via Ask Rana, and that's a great podcast.
It is a great podcast.
And now it's a staple of my Monday morning commute.
Oh, lovely. Hello.
Who knew, as an American, I would need Ireland's national treasure and best comedian, thank you,
in capital letters too,
to bring both laughter and wisdom into my life. One of my favourite parts of the pod is updates about Gearoid's cat, Boots. Oh,
I know.
When we were in Wexford, actually, she was. Do you know what?
What?
I thought about this. If Boots was a dog.
Okay.
When I was splayed out on the bathroom floor like a spatchcock chicken, she would have helped. Because I went, fell on the ground.
Right.
The door was open. She wandered in, looked at me, and went, well, this is humiliating.
What? Would you look at the state of that?
She just walked in, looked at me, and was like, well, this is incredibly embarrassing, and just walked out.
Yeah, for you.
If she was, like, it was like, she's not Lassie, is she?
No. She didn't go and get help.
No, she didn't go and get help.
I'll be honest with you, as a dog owner of previous life, they're not necessarily much better help.
Really?
Yeah, they'll be in your face, licking your face, complicating your life.
Well, at least that's something. At least it's like, well, as I die here on the bathroom floor, I'll know somebody loves me.
Yeah, well, to be fair, eventually Boots would eat you, so that's okay.
She wouldn't.
She would.
No, she wouldn't.
Totally would.
I walked out of the bathroom a few minutes later when I collected myself, Niamh.
Okay.
When I collected myself. Okay. And she just gave me this look that was like, oh, don't you read it out. This is from Poodledums on Apple Podcasts in Great Britain.
Poodledums.
And the title is Gets Better and Better. This week's pod was the very best ever.
Wow.
That was in the
March.
3rd. No, it's the other way around.
Oh, 3rd
of July.
3rd of July.
I wonder what episode that was.
What did we say in July?
I don't know. Gosh. And then last but not least.
Better one since.
Yeah, we probably have.
Yeah.
Then the last but not least is Pure Joy. I saw a pull-up banner for one of the podcasts at... Oh, sorry. Pure Joy. I saw a pull-up banner for the podcast at one of Gearoid's shows a few months back, and I've been a loyal listener ever since.
Love that.
Hilarious, light, an absolute joy to listen to. Niamh and Gearoid have a brilliant chemistry.
Aww.
We do, Niamh.
I know.
Delivering a nice balance of level-headed and occasionally sharp advice. What a duo. Ever the realists. And that's from A. Cole 250 via Apple Podcasts Ireland.
Are we realists? Well, I am.
You're very pragmatic.
I am very pragmatic.
Yeah, you have that, well, que sera, sera.
I know. Well, I've lived it. I've lived it too often.
She knows because she's been there.
Oh, so you're like, you have issues. No, you're. Do you know what? You are the kindest, most
Aw.
soft. You're so soft and lovely, but you get outraged on behalf of people, which
I
I
do.
really love about you.
I do. I get annoyed.
I do.
I just think that there should be less dickheads in the world.
I
Dave.
agree. I agree. We actually agree on that in different ways.
Niamh, I'm back on tour.
Well, there's a shocker.
Yeah, I'm out again. So I'm starting on the 4th of October. I'll be in the venue in Ratoath.
Oh, it's nice there.
Yeah, I love it. I'm very excited. And then I'll be going to Newbridge, Dundalk, Howth, Wexford Spiegel 10th on the 19th of October. And then I'm going to Listowel in Kerry.
Lovely.
I absolutely love that theatre.
So next night you're probably doing Westport, are you?
I've done that before. No, I'm in Westport on the 11th of November, or the 8th of November, actually.
Oh, right, okay, good.
And I will be all around the country. Tickets at gearoidfarrelly.com or through the link in my Instagram bio. Some of the shows are selling out. I was nervous, Niamh. So while I was in Edinburgh, I didn't look at numbers for the tour because I was just like, I can't deal with the fact. I can't deal with it. Don't
Do the
want
job
to.
in front.
Do the job. Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I checked the numbers and a lot of dates are almost sold out.
Well,
which
that's because
is
you're amazing.
very exciting. But there are some dates that I wonder why you hate me. Westport,
Some venues,
Listowel.
some venues are
What's
just
they doing
slow starters. Come
Okay.
on.
But Westport and Listowel, I hope I hope it picks up. That's all I'm saying. Also, I'm doing Drogheda Crescent Concert Hall. Now, I do love a bit of Drogheda.
As in Crescent Concert Hall?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever...
It's fab.
But where's the Crescent?
The Crescent, it's in Drogheda. As we discussed earlier, I just set the Google and go.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
I'll check it out later. It's fine.
do you have Google Maps? What am I? Anyway, if you'd love to come see one of my glorious shows.
And witness his rage up close.
Exactly. Yeah, gearoidfarrelly.com. Get your tickets now. We are pausing for a moment to remind you that Agony Rants is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Excellent.
If you would like to support the show, you can do so by subscribing to Head Stuff Plus over on headstuffpodcast.com. And in return for your $5, you will get Vintage Rants, our bonus show, and you will get bonus content from all of the other shows on the Head Stuff Podcast Network. What a deal.
It's a great deal.
You can support the show further by buying our goddamn tote bags.
We need to repurpose
What a
them. We need to
financial hole
repurpose
that
them as
was.
cat carriers.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
Just saying.
Exactly. And some of the bonus content you will get will also be from the show that we are cross-promoting this week, which is a very good show. Do you know what it is, Niamh?
No.
No, I've absolutely no idea. It's this one.
Have we got problems?
We have problems.
Oh,
Niamh.
I love
We have
the
two
problems.
problems.
I love the problems.
Would you like to read problem 2 there?
I would love to read problem 2. Dear Niamh and Gearoid, I'm so glad you're back. You were both missed since you have been away. Oh, sorry. A full stop would
Yeah,
have
there
been
should have
helpful
been a
there.
full stop in there,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm so glad you are back. You are both missed. Since you've been away, myself and my wife have recently had our second child. Oh, congrats. All went well and we're very happy with our new baby Hazel. She weighed in at a whopping 9 pounds and we're all fine. She's a fine girl, all right, at 9 pounds.
We're all fine. We're all fine. It's good to know that the father of
Yeah.
a 9-pound baby is fine.
I just want to be very clear, Anthony, speaking as a woman who had a child over 9 pounds.
Father is doing well.
Mother, not so much.
Mother's
Anyway.
in 2 pieces in a sandwich bag. Well, father's very relaxed.
Myself and my wife are from large families. I have 4 siblings and she has 5, and they all have children. Since we came home from the hospital, they, along with parents, have been visiting non-stop. This was the case with our first child, but for some reason it didn't bother us so much. Everyone has a piece of advice to offer, and we are grateful for the cards and present, but what we would really like is a bit of peace. Well, of course you do. Of course you do.
We are grateful for the cards and presents, but please could you take them and shove them up your ass?
Leave the money and cake outside the door. I know the solution here is for us to have a conversation with our families and say enough already, but it's not as easy as that, as there will always be someone giving out about us. Can you suggest... No, wait, let me finish this out before we get all outraged, right? Can you suggest a tactful way of sorting this, or can we borrow Gearoid to be our sentry and our port? Much love, Anthony.
Well, firstly, I would like to say...
Do you think the first part of that is directed at me for the tactful approach?
Yeah. But who wants nobody wants a tactful approach.
You don't need a tactful
this.
approach here. You know me, I'm all about the tact or the direct.
Like if you've just had a baby, your wife is either A, recovering from major surgery, or recovering from
stuff.
Shooting a cannonball out of her hoo-ha.
I've never
like
heard,
a 9 pounder is no joke. A 9 pounder
I
is
have
no
never
joke.
heard it said more poetically than that.
Thank you, Niamh. You're welcome.
I had two different weights in my children, right? 7'6" was the first, and then 9'3". Believe me, they both felt about the same. Okay.
7'6" and 9'3".
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's the way round you want it, to be fair. But anyway.
Otherwise the second one would have just fell out.
Just saying.
Stop visiting. Like, I know, yeah, of course, the first time around it was great because you had a kid
and you can't
were
wait
like,
to show
I've got to
your
keep this
child off.
alive, and can somebody help?
And you didn't have a toddler,
And everyone
which
was
no doubt you
running
have.
in.
You have a small child in this house.
Yeah, just
right?
can you all just chill the head?
No, I know what's happening here. Right, all of the others, brothers and sisters, are here to laugh at you because they've gone through it. They have kids. They know what's going on. Trust me. Maybe they mean well and they want to give you a handout, but actually, the other thing you want is just to get on with your life a little bit.
Exactly.
And you want sleep when you can.
Yeah.
And the problem is, people don't always realise that maybe that time that you can sleep is the time that they're going to visit.
And no visitor ever comes to your house so that you can sit down and have them make you a cup of tea and biscuits. That's not the way it works. A visitor comes to your house and you end up looking after them for half an hour or for forever, however long they're there. And from what I've learned, people have no self-awareness.
No, they settle in, they let their kids run around.
And when I say that, I'm talking about me. Like, I show up to my brother. Like, my brother had a baby recently, and I showed up, and I was like, yeah. The kid was going mad, and I was like, I'll just stay here.
Lovely.
I'll just stay here for the day.
Yeah.
But, like, I do think that sometimes, now, if you have kids, it's probably different. But if you don't have kids, it's kind of, you need to be told.
Yeah, but they clearly all have kids by the sounds of it. Here's the thing. They're obviously excited for you. They're all those things. But at the end of the day, you're within your rights to say, lads, we're knackered. Will you move on?
Yeah.
We love you. Can you give us a break for a little bit? Because we need a bit of time to get used to having 2 kids, which they all know about if they have got multiple kids. You can be tactful in that sense and say, look, we're exhausted. We're just trying to find our way with the 2 kids. Sometimes the only time we can sleep is when you visit, and as much as we love you, or you designate a time for them to visit.
Well, here's the thing.
Put a schedule.
Firstly, if these people are visiting without texting first,
what's wrong with these people?
That's insane, and I don't think they are, because I can't think that. Like, I mean, I don't have kids, but I'm not stupid enough that I would do something like that, just knock on somebody's door. But anyway, so I think what you need to do is when you get the text and it's like, oh, we were going to call over at this time, or would it suit? The answer is no.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's okay to
you're
say no.
forewarned. The whole reason you're forewarned, and we kind of forget this, is because you do have an out here.
Yeah.
You can say no, and you just need to do that.
But I think when you're from big families, right, this is the thing, because we both have multiple
Yeah,
siblings,
from
right?
big family.
You're used to that kind of everybody all in together, because that's what we do as a family, right?
Yeah.
And it does happen naturally with, especially with cousins and all that sort of stuff. It's everybody bails in together. I mean, I was lucky. I lived 100 miles away from my family, so they didn't drop in. There wasn't dropping in. And there is a joy in that time where you're trying to figure out how to manage 2 kids, which is very, you always think it's going to be easier the second time. And it kind of is, but it isn't. Because they've had kids before, you can actually be direct with them and say, we're a bit exhausted. We're trying to get our rhythm in with this new child while still having the other. If you want, you can come and take my other child out. That would be really helpful.
Yeah, just like, get rid of this.
You've got kids. Put them in among that.
My sister-in-law said something incredible recently.
Oh, right. Which was?
Yeah. It was very interesting. She said, what was it? An invitation is not an obligation. I thought that was great.
What does that mean?
Just because you're invited to something doesn't mean you have to go. You're not obliged to go.
Yeah, but the problem is...
It's the same around. Just because somebody says they're going to do something.
Oh, yeah.
You're not obliged. Just because you've had a baby, you're not obliged
to pay and display.
Yeah.
I mean, and to be fair, you've already done that, I'm nearly sure now. So it doesn't have to be multiple times. Would I be right?
Exactly. Yeah. You've paid the piper.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've all bought you a couple of vests. They've
Yeah.
had their cup of tea.
You've got your muslins. You know the muslins you put over your soldier. You know
It's funny actually. If you park outside the rotunda, sometimes I've seen it a few times. If you park, you know the rotunda where you park on the street outside the maternity hospital.
Yes, I know it.
I've seen it so many times where you see a man walking down the street with sick on one of his shoulders.
Yes.
And I was like, I know exactly what happened there. Your wife fell asleep. You were feeding the baby, and you were like, you know what? I'm going to go out and let them all sleep.
Yeah. You know, I think people are too polite now. I think they're too polite about that.
But like,
and actually,
it's
you
not
know,
even, it's not even impolite. It's
yeah.
It's like there when somebody asks a question, there are two answers.
You can say no and
Yeah.
not be offensive.
It doesn't suit us. It's absolutely fine. Do you know what the problem is? When people now, through text messaging, when they, instead of saying no, they just don't respond.
Oh, I know, and that's worse.
And it's just like, it's totally okay to say no.
Yeah.
Like, no is not a worse word than yes.
No, but here's the thing. Some people...
It's not rejection.
Some people think that it is personal. But the problem with those people is you'll never
They're
fix
mental.
that. No.
That's the problem with those
You'll
people.
never change
They're
that about them.
crazy.
That's the problem. You'll never change it. And you say here in your thing, which I love, is saying somebody's always giving out about us. My experience in a big family is there's always someone giving out about someone.
Yeah, of course.
And if you're a give you out
You're
kind
giving
of
out about
person,
the person that's not there.
yeah, and if you're a give you out kind of person, then you're never going to change that about it because
No.
that's what makes them happy.
Yeah.
Lock
and also,
the
can I
door.
just say, and I know this is quite irrelevant, but I'm very excited that there is a straight man writing to us for advice.
Yeah, I love that, Anthony. I love it.
I'm going out on a limb here. I suspect that Anthony is the sort of person that when he is going to say no to somebody, he just doesn't text back.
Yeah, and he's a bit, yeah, because he doesn't know how to.
Yeah.
You need to practice how to say no.
It's just, and just have, I've said this before, right?
Yeah.
And the Notes app, it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Have a couple of, I'm sorry, it doesn't suit us texts.
Yeah.
Written out in your Notes app, so you just copy and paste. I wouldn't overthink this, Anthony. I just think it's,
Get some sleep.
You're now a dad of two.
Yeah. You have the best excuse ever being a new parent to a second child of being rude. If you feel it's rude, but it's not rude.
And I tell you something, if they have kids themselves, they know exactly what you're
yeah,
going
they
through.
do.
So
They're coming to gloat.
Yeah, they're just
They're
having
just
a good
coming to
time.
gloat.
Niamh, we've another problem.
Oh, I love this part.
We've another problem.
You do this part.
Am I reading this one?
Yeah, because I read the last one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Dear Niamh and Gearoid. I have to burp.
Did they write that down?
I'm a huge Agony Rants fan. My friend was playing Vintage Rants in her car a few weeks ago and I absolutely loved it and I have been obsessed ever since.
See?
I'm always interested in the type of person that you get into their car and they're playing a podcast and they leave it on.
Well, why would you not?
No, I'd always turn it off. I always think podcasting is really intimate. I don't like
It's
people
very specific. It
knowing
feels
what
like
I listen
they've
to.
caught you in the shower.
Yeah, yes.
But then they can help you if you fall out.
Niamh. Boundaries. I knew you both separately, of course, but didn't know you had a podcast together. I love it. Well, I'd like to have a meeting with the people on Head Stuff. Because it's been going for 2 years. Clearly we are not, we don't have the reach that you think you do, Head Stuff.
I'm in a band, right, for the last 25 years. And every gig, I start the gig and I say, anybody here not seen us before? And it's amazing how many hands go up, right? And the thing that makes me laugh is, apart from looking at them and saying, I love New Money, I'm glad you're here. The other thing is, where the feck have they been?
How
for the
bad
last
is the marketing?
25 years we've been going. Like, and you're thinking, how come it has taken you 25 years to come? Anyway, go on.
I have a problem and I hope you can help me. I'm part of a gang of girls who always go away together.
Oh.
We always have a nice time, but there is one girl who turns into an absolute nightmare once the planning starts. She always insists on driving. None of us drive. What? None of us drive?
So she's not insisting on driving. She's the only one who can drive.
That's weird.
Yep. Okay, go on.
I have to say now, a grown adult that can't drive, I find it weird. One of my friends, Alan, doesn't drive. I'm calling you out, Alan.
Okay.
And
Does Alan need to drive?
No, he doesn't.
Right, there you go.
But
No, move on.
I've always wondered why.
Do you know how to swim?
Yeah.
Not everybody knows how to swim. And I would argue that is a much more important life skill.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
You don't often fall into a car and need to drive it, right?
This is the great fallacy about swimming.
Okay, go on.
The whole thing about swimming is like, imagine if you fell off a boat.
I know. You're not going to be in the most sane...
Just because you can swim doesn't mean you're going to... Like, if you fall off a boat, I can swim, but I can swim the length of a pool and then have to stop. Like...
And have a chat.
Yeah. Like if I'm on a lilo in a swimming pool and I fall off it, I could save myself. But like anything bigger.
You're nearly better off not knowing how to swim, and then it's okay that you drown.
Yeah. It's just like what's worse than drowning is like swimming a mile and then drowning. I don't think swimming's all it's knocked up to be. I think driving's more important. Anyway.
Okay.
She always insists on driving and none of us drive. And once that is the case, we all operate on her schedule.
Oh,
and she is in charge. Okay, yeah. Okay, so because she drives, because she's driving.
Okay.
She decides when we leave, the route we take, and when and where we stop. Yeah, that's called being the driver.
Also, she's that type of personality, clearly.
But she's the only one that drives.
Yeah,
like, but she's deciding where they stop because she's the one that's been in the motorway before.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, this woman's out of control. She is a bit of a dose while we are away, and she gets picky about restaurants. She insists we go to places that can accommodate her lactose intolerance and gluten intolerance. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, because she can't eat otherwise. Okay. Last time, she made a big song and dance about this at a restaurant and even sent something back. And we ended up getting locked, and then she ordered profiterole. Okay. I hadn't read ahead. Okay, so this is the lesson, Gearoid. Read it before the record.
This is one of those intolerances.
Okay, right.
We're not going to die from it. Okay, go. Okay.
I thought the waitress was going to murder her. That's fair. I'm wondering if it's time to cut her loose. Well, how? Provided one of you learn to drive. I would love to have this chat with my friends because I'm sure they all feel the same way. What do you think, Lorna?
Lorna, did you write this while you're there with her, like drunk one night? Or I tell you why. Because we all have. There's always one person in a group that does that, right? And you all let her because it works out okay, right? For years and years and years. Although all my friends drove, most nights I drove because I don't drink, right? And so I always got them home late. But beginning of the night, they used to give out that I didn't drink. By the end of the night, they're like kissing my face, right?
Because you dropped them home.
Because they have no taxi to get home, right? But here's the thing. The type of person who organises trips is going to be that person, right? And yeah, she is a bit of a dose.
Well, but I'm talking from two different angles here, right?
Okay.
Because A, I was always the person that drove.
Okay, me too.
And B, I am not the person that organises the trip.
Me too.
My other half organises the trip. He does a spreadsheet. Me issue with the spreadsheet. But he always knows whenever we go somewhere. He's always researched where the beach is, how we get from the bus that we use, how we get on the bus because you don't always pay with cards. Sometimes you just get a local card. All of this stuff. He knows all of this stuff, and I'm very grateful for it. So I'm very happy to just go. Sure, you love doing the organisation. Now, he may hate doing the organisation. It could be that, I'm sick to death of arriving in a country where he knows absolutely nothing. Like, if the shit hits the fan, you could just get an Uber. I know. I remember years ago, when I was just out of school.
Yeah.
I went to Los Angeles with one of my friends.
As you do. What the hell?
How
do I not know this about you?
We bought a map when we got there. We should have been killed. We were in all the wrong areas.
Dead before you left the airport.
We stayed at the airport. We booked into the Hilton LAX because we thought the Hilton, that'll be lovely. We were on the side of a motorway. We'd no car in LA.
Oh my God.
We were getting the bus.
Oh no.
It would take 6 hours to go about 2 miles. we were on the bus with people that were going to kill us.
Yeah,
like we had like our digital cameras around our necks.
Tourists.
Yeah, proper tours. We ended up like we were like passing neighbourhood gangs. We're like, this is lovely. Click.
Yeah. We taking a photograph of those shoes hanging off the
yeah. It was like the wire.
wire. Yeah.
No, you don't need everything's on your phone. So like
I know,
the planners plan because they like to plan.
It's nearly impossible, right? It's nearly impossible to get lost now.
Yeah.
Because you can even put it in and say, how do I walk out of here?
I know, yeah. If anyone goes missing these days, they're dead.
Yeah, but my friend has no sense of direction. So even if she's looking at a map.
I've none myself.
Yeah, but I think that's because she delegates it to me.
Yeah, I'm really bad with direction. Like
It's laziness.
I put the sat nav on for everything now.
Oh, me too.
Not sat nav, Google Maps.
Me too, but not because I don't know where I'm going. Usually.
It's for the traffic.
Well, that and, I like to beat the time.
Oh. Niamh, this competitive edge.
It's
you
only
have,
with me. It's only with me, okay? Me and maps.
It's really unnerving.
Listen. Lorna. Okay, I have a question. We always have a nice time, and yet this girl is doing your head in. Have you just recently come home from a holiday?
I think that's the case because I feel like here's the thing, Lorna. You do not want to be the person in the group that
Brings us up.
opens it up to we're all going to bitch about somebody.
Yeah.
Because that's mean.
And what'll end up happening, Lorna, is it'll end up with you.
And also, none of you drive. Yes, okay. Like, fair enough. Maybe she was told she's lactose intolerant, she's gluten intolerant. So she was trying to be really specific about it. And then she got drunk and she was like, I just want a profiterole. Which, I mean, I absolutely understand that. Because I do make a big song and dance about being like lactose intolerant, but I will have a profiterole. And I think if you comment on it, you're a monster.
Well, the only thing I will say is it's really good to be funny about it, though. You can be funny.
Yeah, that's fine. But
you can be funny about it. It's okay to call it if you
do
feel
have
she's
to
going
live
a
and
bit
let live
further.
here.
But you would have no holiday without this woman.
But like if she's the one that's driving, then yes, she does get to decide. Like if you're not the driver, you don't get to say, I'd like to go the scenic route, actually.
Yeah.
I'd like to add an hour on because I'd like to see the cliffs. No, you're not driving. Like, if she's driving, she gets to decide the route.
She does.
And she gets to decide when and where they stop because it's about her being knackered and you all not dying.
Gearoid is on full DEFCON down here now.
Who are these people?
I don't know how helpful this is. To answer your direct question, do not bring this up with your friends. Bring it up in a group if you want and say, does this annoy you when this happens? But actually, Lorna, get your head right about why it's annoying you.
I think you need to go to the doctor and I think you need to get like a low dose anti-anxiety medication.
No,
yeah, I do. I just think like just to take the edge off the world or maybe get a drink problem.
But I don't know why she's got a problem with it. Does she want to be the one to organise everything?
But perhaps she does, but like...
Maybe you see, because if you have two planners in one group, that's difficult.
Well, I'm sorry now.
If that's the case.
If you are not the driver, you cannot be the planner.
No, well...
You can't.
No, not in the car. But otherwise, other places you can be.
Yeah, well, okay, you can plan, but also it's like, well, we're going to drive here and we're going to drive here and we're going to drive. You can't do that. Also, like, why are you driving on a holiday?
The other thing I want to say, more importantly.
Go on love holidays.
More importantly.
Not an ad.
Right. You know the way she says she always gets picky about restaurants, but nearly every restaurant now is gluten and
yeah,
they're aware of the intolerances people have. And so they always have options. So realistically, maybe you have an argument as regards if you feel she's over-organised and everything. Maybe this is what this feels like, right? It feels like she's kind of, I don't want her to be the boss of everything. But she might be just that kind of personality. It doesn't make her bad.
No, it doesn't make her bad. But I do think that Lauren is being irrationally impatient.
Well, but it might not have been a good experience for her the last time that happened. And you know yourself, then you start to get a bit...
Yeah.
I
do think that there's something else going on here. Like maybe like your friend is probably sick of driving.
Yeah,
she's probably just like, oh, here we go again.
She's sitting in the middle of it going, well, feck it, I've done all this, so
and
I'm going to make these decisions.
I do think that if she's the sort of person that likes to be the, oh my God, sure, I'm holding the whole thing together. If she's, if that's very annoying. So I think then what you need to do is you need to not do holidays where she's driving.
She's the boss.
I mean, I think if you are going on a holiday that requires driving, there should always be 2 drivers.
Oh, yeah.
Because otherwise it's not fair. Otherwise one person is just doing loads of driving.
Yeah. Well, to be honest.
With
Even
the exception, with the exception of America. Because I was in LA for a month.
Okay.
About 8 years ago, maybe.
Right.
And when I was there, I was driving. And I was getting on grand. But the problem started when one of my friends came over. And he was like, I can do some of the driving. But then I wasn't driving as much. And I was being a passenger. So then when I was getting back, when I would drive over there, because I hadn't driven in a couple of days, I would forget.
Oh.
Like that you're supposed to be on the other side of the road.
I know.
And I do remember, like one time I made a turn. And I made a right turn, but I turned onto the wrong side of the road.
Oh, no, that's so easy.
Yeah, and it was a very busy road.
So easy. And the other thing that used to piss me off when I went away for a long period of time is I'd be busy about my life and then I'd jump into the car and realise that the steering wheel was on the other side.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
Also, it was an automatic as well.
Yeah.
And
I
it took
know.
me ages to, I was like,
I know.
there's 2 pedals. But then I realised, I don't know if this is what you're supposed to do, but I just don't use my left foot.
Yeah. That's exactly what I do.
Yeah, you just put your foot on the floor and pretend the clutch is there.
Yeah.
So you just...
Basically, and then you come back and you can't use your left leg.
Yeah, I know. And your left leg is knackered because it's not pushing anything, you're just pushing the floor. Yeah, weird. Lorna, suck it up or learn to drive.
No, Lorna, do you
We're
know
done.
what? Do you know what?
I'm out.
Yeah.
Eject your seat. Get me coat. Call me a taxi.
Oh my God. That's it. There's no more to add to
There's
that.
nothing to add, Lorna. I think, yeah.
What we think is, Lorna, you need to figure it out yourself.
Yeah, you need to figure this out yourself.
Don't bring it into
I think
the group.
book a holiday that doesn't require driving.
Yeah.
Roll your eyes when she eats profiteroles and has spoken for 10 minutes about her lactose intolerance before that.
Yeah, just call her.
And for the love of God, do not be the friend that opens the door to
Gossip.
your friends bitching about each other.
I know.
Because that's, it's
That's not nice
Because
either.
then what happens is the friend group becomes really toxic and they're like, who started this? And we're like, Lorna did. So don't be that person. Hope that helped. Not sure if it did. Not bothered if it didn't.
That's the humour you're in today. That's the humour. Okay.
I know. Niamh, it's been wonderful to chat to you.
Always. I love it. I mean, honestly.
We will be back next week. There will be one of those vintage... What's it?
One of those vintage rants.
There'll be a vintage rant either last Thursday or next Thursday. We would love you to subscribe to Head Stuff Plus because that helps us keep the show on the road.
Oh, it really does.
And I will be on tour, growfairly.com. So buy your tickets.
Oh, you're going to love it.
What's the other thing? Oh, agonyrants@gmail.com.
Please.
Send us in your problems. Send us in your follow-ups.
And email us with your follow-ups, your problems, your stories, whatever it is. Anything, just not those kind of pictures. We don't want them.
And also... Niamh doesn't want them. And also, we said that for our 150th episode, we were going to do an Ask Me Anything.
Oh, yes, I'd love it.
So if you want to ask us a question, or
yes.
I don't know how that's going to work. We said we'd do it and then gave it no thought.
I think it'd be
So
nice
we're just
if
going to
people
answer
ask
questions about ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
For one episode, we're going to do, I don't know whether it's going to be our bonus or whether it's going to be our thing, but basically, you need to ask us questions that you've always wanted to ask us. And we will be as honest as we can.
And I swear to God, there better not be a, what can we do to win the Eurovision?
No.
Because I will, no.
That's it.
I will just...
Are you saying that's the only question people ask me?
I'll pull the plug. We will chat to you next week, you the listener. And have a great week, have a great Monday. And don't forget to leave us a lovely review on your way out.
Yeah. And I'm going to go and eat a cookie now because my stomach is telling me it's time.
Bye.
Bye.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Head Stuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.